Yay! Hi, guys. I am Stephanie Dunn. This is Joel Dunn. And we have been with It Works for, oh, it seems like so many years, almost 13 years. It'll be 13 years this
Mhm.
year. And I cannot wait, you guys, to intro Heather because she's been around forever. I feel like you're a dinosaur too, but your story has been just super amazing on what you've done in a short amount of time. Like, I love that you're just real and how you spun things and that you've been in. You guys got to hear her story and then how she's going to turn it around. But because I could go on and on about you, and our history goes back, and you guys, you never know who you're going to impact. And there's so many times that we're like, do we share with other people? Yes, because it will come back around. And I met Heather, Cal, I don't know, eight, nine, 10. It's been a while
I
ago,
was gonna say almost 10 years ago, I think.
and we just saw each other in Arizona again. And it's just interesting that she's like, you helped me with something years back. And so, we want to make that impact on you as a human and help you in real life, like just life in general, not just at works, but of course, we want you to be able to just kill at works. And she's going to share some of the things that have helped her just crush the success bonus, get her mind back in the groove. So if you've just felt, you know, that depression, just feeling like you can't do it anymore, maybe you're new and you're just like, where do I start? Heather's going to share a little bit of that. And I even asked her to screen share for us. So you'll be able to see what she's going to teach us. And we're going to try to cram this in 30 minutes. Like, we want to keep these Zooms to 30 minutes or less so that you get the information that you need so that you can go and really crush the month end. And I know
Well, I
you're
was
going to
gonna.
give a shout out to her hubby,
I was.
probably.
How did you know? I was gonna
I
say
know.
there's also an amazing man not pictured there, Scotty Too Hottie Superfly. Yeah, guys, this is the real deal. This is a power couple right here. So make sure that you listen to the one half that you're gonna see today, but also make sure that you're checking out the things that he's doing because he is an amazing support system, but he's also an amazing distributor himself.
Yeah. So, Heather, introduce yourself a little bit. Give them your title, how long you've been in, and then I'm going to have you be real, raw, you, like what you've been doing, because it's who you are.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cool to be on a done Zoom, let me tell you. And yes, my husband is coaching JV baseball. He's gonna get on from the field. He's like, I'm not gonna miss this, but he just won't be here next to me like normal. But my name is Heather Juneau. I've been with It Works. I just hit my 9-year anniversary last month. And I always have to share this part, you guys, because you just never know who you're gonna meet. And we've been talking a lot about getting back to face and in person and not being scared to talk to people when you're on a walk or at your kid's school. But how about, concerts are back, sporting events are back. I was actually approached in the parking lot of a Britney Spears concert, you guys, it was, let's see, 11 years ago. A friend of a friend of a friend in our group was hanging out in the parking lot right before we went in, and she came up to me, you guys. She had just started this business like 2 weeks prior to this, and she was like, have you ever heard of that crazy rap thing? And I was like, no, what is it? And you guys, the rest is history. Like, drop a number one in the chat if you've been around long enough to know what that term, that little motto means. Have you ever heard of that crazy rap thing? Or maybe you have been around long enough to where you got that message in your Facebook Messenger once. But you guys, she came up to me in the parking lot and we became Facebook friends. So you guys, the same way I was introduced to this business technically 11 years ago, because I watched her for 2 years on Facebook, but the way she approached me and introduced me to this business is exactly what we're talking about. Like, on all of these Zooms, they're saying, don't be afraid to meet people. And that's what she did. And I watched her on Facebook for 2 years. And she posted about getting ready to earn a really big bonus. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, if she's making this much money selling wraps, then they must work. And so I reached out to her to try the wrap. I had no intention on doing the business whatsoever. I was working 2 full-time management jobs with you guys when I started this business. I was a full-time manager at Old Navy and a full-time catering and marketing manager at a restaurant with 2 toddlers at home. So I'm not sure how many of you guys are working right now, or maybe you're thinking you just don't see how you have time for this. I was somebody that used my social media to get in person because I love in person. So I'd find them on Facebook. I'd friend request all of the moms at my kids' school, the dance studio, all the football moms on the field while our kids were practicing. And then I would try to meet them in person. So I really can say that I have kind of all aspects. I came into this business when I was very, very, very busy. Fitted in 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here where I could. And then because of this business, you guys, the summer of 2013, I was getting ready to pay for daycare for 2 kids. And I was like, you know what, babe? I said, I think I want to see what I can do with this business. And maybe instead of working to pay for daycare, maybe I can stay at home with them. And if it doesn't work out, I'll go back. It's retail and restaurant. Like there's stores and restaurants. I'll go back if it doesn't work. And you guys, I never went back. I got to be home with my babies that summer. And I've been with them ever since. They were toddlers when I started this business, and they're 13 and 15 now. Like this is all they know. They know mom in this business. And a year into the business, I was getting ready to promote to Double Diamond, and my husband, Scotty, got laid off for his 3rd time in 3 years. And so that's when I said, I'm going all in. Like, this is it. And it was around that time that I did meet Joel and Stef at a event in Huntington Beach, California. And you guys, if you guys are not trying to get to these road rallies, and now they just announced the city tours, it was the moment that I was lucky. I got to like kind of talk to them for a few minutes, and it wasn't even the presentation. It wasn't the actual like panels that changed it for me, because what Joel had said to me about my husband made me decide I wanted to sign him up. And I signed him up right there, like literally like right on the spot. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and do this. And I can say I wish I would have signed him up sooner, but I'm trusting the journey. And so he's been doing this business with me full time ever since. He gets to be the JV baseball coach with my son. He gets to be a substitute teacher for our kids. He did Uber for a while. We called it Juber. Get it? Juneau, Uber.
That's awesome.
He did that for a while. And then I was like, babe, we're making way more in sample cash than you're doing in Uber, and you're putting miles on my car. Like, it needs to stop. So we get to live the life of get to, not have to. And it's 100% because of this business. So that's a little bit about my story, like the beginning and how I got started.
And then kind of life happened.
Then there was a middle part.
And then
there's a middle part.
Yeah. And
there's like a 5-year middle part in there.
Yeah, but the thing is you never quit.
Never.
Like that's a big thing. And you've not only, I mean, there's a lot of history, like story that could be told of your upline leaving, people, just a lot has happened, you guys, that she could have just easily just gave up, and she stayed the course. She knew God called her here. Like,
yes.
And it's not always easy to stay that and trust the process. I think that's where some of you that may have been in, or maybe you're in now, just starting, you're like, is this really it? You've got to trust the process. You got to know that we're here to help you and lead you and give you everything that you need to hear. Now, you think there's all these tips and tricks, which there's some things, but really it's our mindset and our shift. But what happened to you over the last even couple years? Like what you wrote in the text, as I kind of let them know, but share that with people so that they can hear like the depression, just self-sabotage, all of that stuff, and then the switch for you.
Yeah. I mean, like they said, I came from a team that was very involved. It was very, all the leadership retreats, all the, before Zoom, all the calls, all the in-person trainings, events, and then people left. And I kind of just felt alone. I was like, well, shoot, I guess if I want to do this, I got to do it myself. And I've heard that, I've heard things like it's lonely at the top, or, sometimes leadership can be lonely. And I was like, oh, no, never. And I never thought until I was alone that I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm kind of lonely over here. And you guys, it literally was an up and down roller coaster for, I would say, the last like 5 years. And one thing I always told myself, though, is like, I'm not quitting. Like, I'm just not. You guys don't think there's been like those shiny carrots dangled in front of me to, oh, come over here, the grass is greener over here. But like Joel and Stef said, like God put me here for a reason. And I just trust and love the company so much, but I have so much belief in the company because they do show up to these Zooms, and I do trust God. And so that's why I never quit, you guys. I mean, never quitting, like that was it. But what I will tell you, after the ups and downs and then dealing with COVID, I mean, 2020 was bad, but my 2021 was way worse than my 2020. And it was all my mental health. And I was in that funk. You guys know that funk that you get in, but that funk that just lasts way too long. It turned into like 2-3 months. And at some point, oh, there's my hubby. Hi, Scotty. At some point, you got to realize that if you're not getting out of this funk, you got to go get some help. Either if it's going to the church, if it's going to a therapist, if it's going to your doctor, because at that point now it's kind of like, are you just sitting there like feeling sorry for yourself and playing victim and like, poor me, I'm just in this funk, I'm just going to quit, I'm just going to give up, or are you going to go get some help? And that's finally where I was at, you guys. I wasn't going to quit this business, but I looked at my husband and my daughter who's 13, and I said, I think mom's done with like the whole team thing. Like, I'm a triple diamond. Like, I've been a triple. I've been promoted in 7 years, you guys. Here I am, 7 years, haven't promoted. And I said, I think I just want to enroll loyal customers. Like, I'm not quitting, but I'm just going to get customers. That's it. And both of them looked at me and said, okay, what's going on? Like, you love changing lives. You love helping people. Like, this is not you. And that's it, like snapped like that, you guys. And I literally was like, I gotta go figure out what's going on with me. And that's when I went and found out that I was battling severe depression. And thank goodness I was vocal with my family. So I'm encouraging you guys, if you're in that funk, if I always say this, but some spouses aren't supportive. So if you might vocalize that funk, they might tell you to get out. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you wasting your time? So find someone that's supportive of you in this business. Find someone that encourages you, share the goods, because if I only shared the bad, my family would be like, get out, but they know the good and they saw how happy this made me. And so long story short, I got the help that I needed. And when I made that decision to do that, you guys, I literally prayed, I gave it to God. And the next day they launched 4-in-1. The next day, literally the next day. And I like dropped to my knees, I cried, and I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, I always could do a steps to success, which used to be 6 loyal customers and 3 distributors. I will be honest with you guys, in 2021, I did not complete a single steps to success until September. And I did not recruit 1 distributor from May until September. I mean, when I tell you guys I was in my lowest of low, my funk, like, just what am I doing here? I realized when 4-in-1 came out, I was like, I can duplicate this. Because even though I was pretty good at steps to success, I wasn't duplicating it like I thought I could. And that got in my head. And I just thought to myself, maybe I'm not a good leader. Maybe, it's me. It's definitely not them. It's me. How many of you guys feel that way? Like, oh, it's, they can do it, but I can't. There's something wrong with me. I'm not a good leader. Oh my gosh. If I kept telling myself I'm not a good leader. And finally 4-in-1 came out, and I thought to myself, everybody knows 5 people, you guys. Everybody knows 5 people. And I just was excited. It was something new. It was something fresh. And I ran with it. I just started posting again, and your energy comes out. Even if you guys don't realize it, your negative energy that you have, it comes out in your posts, because you're doing that post and you're telling yourself, nobody's going to see this. You're doing that post and thinking, oh, let's see if anybody comments on it. Or you do the post and people comment, well, they're probably not going to sign up. Even if, like, that energy comes out. And when we tell you guys you have to have belief and you have to be in the right mindset, it's so true. And I will tell you guys, I was to the point last year, if I heard one more ambassador say, get your mind right, it's your mindset, I was going to throw my computer. And I'm just being real with you guys, because I was like, I know, like, you don't think I'm trying? Like, stop telling us to get our mind right. Like, read another book. I'm reading all the books. And it just, you guys, when we say, you've heard someone say, it's just like a switch. Like, you finally just go, all right, I'm all in. Like, give it give it to God, you guys. Like, just let go and just trust the process. And that's what I did. And so I started enrolling. I literally got the 4-in-1s. I'm staring right at her because she's in the middle of my screen, but like Enai Rodriguez is on here right now. She was my second distributor. I signed up with the 4-in-1, and she's here today, and she loves this community. She's here for it. And she's like the reason why I'm still doing this. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where that process went.
So you guys heard the 4-in-1. So big mindset shift. Like, I think a lot of us have felt, I just a couple weeks or last week came in and really shared about my depression and the things that took me out in 2021. Same, 2021 was not a good year at all for me. And I'm a pretty happy person, Heather. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you just don't realize how it can add up. Like, it just holds onto your shoulder. So I think, if anything, we know we're not alone. The good thing is we can get out of that. Like, we can get unstuck if you have felt like that. And then she really looked at not only herself, like in her inbox and doing the things, but took a look at, was she doing the work, and is her distributors doing the work? She's going to call you out. And I think that's huge, because you sit, well, I've put out the messages. Have you really followed up and, getting into the inbox? So I love what she's going to do and kind of share and break that down. But Heather, how many success bonuses, Christmas cash bonuses have you gotten? Because I think this is a big deal to have such a, really, maybe you weren't posting on social, you weren't interacting like you were being out and about. So you might not have had this stack of people that you could go back to for 4-in-1. You guys, like, it's literally like, I hear her and I think she was starting over. Yes, she's had her social media, she had that, but it's like she decided, right? So she didn't have months of follow-ups because she wasn't really doing the things that she was supposed to. So when this came out, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's kind of part of the story too.
Guys,
Oh,
get ready to
absolutely.
put clappy hands in the comments.
Yeah. So when you decided, and you do a lot of so online but offline, and I think that's the part that I love the most for you guys, is you can do all of the things, when she shares. But how many have you done?
So after I made the mindset switch and the decision to just make this fun again and keep it simple and get excited, I actually earned a Christmas cash bonus every single month, that they offered it. So I earned my first one in September, my second in October, my third in November, you guys, back to back to back. And then they announced the success bonuses, and I earned one in December, and I earned one in January. Like, it's literally, you guys, it's just, it doesn't matter to your rank. Because I mean, I will be really honest with you guys, I'm not paid as distributor rank right now. But do you know, when I got my check, my commission with my bonuses in December, it was my biggest paycheck to date in the entire existence of my company. And I wasn't even paid as a triple diamond. So, it's just, when I tell you guys, like, like Joel and Steph said, like, that comeback story. I'm literally that comeback story, but I'm nobody special compared to anybody else. Like, we all get to have that comeback story. We all get to do it. And one thing I will say, you guys, because we are hearing it a lot, and I'm not telling you not to do this, and I'm not telling you it doesn't work, but I can honestly say, and I'm being real and honest, I don't do reels or TikToks. Not saying I haven't tried, and not saying I don't want to. Okay. So I did all of this like the old school way, like Facebook, and falling in love finally with host to post. So some people, I feel like, watch these Zooms and they're like, well, yeah, because she's all over TikTok and she's doing the reels or whatever. I'm here to tell you guys, if you want to just kind of do it like the old school way while you learn and figure out TikTok and reels, then you can do this, guys. You just need to work with your strength. Okay. My strength right now is not reels and TikToks. Okay. I'm not saying that I'm not going to do it, but my strength is Facebook. And I've learned to compete within myself with host to post. I literally am obsessed with it now, and I hated it. It took me like 2.5 years to finally embrace host to post, but I use host to post, and I find new people, And I try to find people to meet at Starbucks now. And I just did a launch party in person for my new distributor that signed up. And it's just been great. And it's all meta through host to post. Like, so
I
I just
I
want you
am
guys to know you can
so
have it all.
I am so glad you said that because that is me. And yes, there's all of the things. You guys, I know my strength and that's okay. Like I know my weaknesses too and I try not to lean into that. Of course I'm trying and putting up some reels. Like I wish there was this magic wand that I could say this reel works, but we don't know, right? So you heard that. If you feel like okay, you're a little bit stronger, get out and meet people. That was one of the things that I heard in Arizona was and just get out your phone. If you see a waitress, if you see somebody and they're super fun, hey, we need to connect on Instagram. I just think you're amazing. I think we forgot to even do that when we're out and about. And I think that was an important thing. So when Heather's talking about this and when she shares her screen, I want you guys to know we still need to build a network. So what she's doing is she's doing the ask. She's found this competition within herself and not being discouraged. So again, when you guys do host to post, we give you a like ask 20 to 30. I don't want to be average. And I don't think Heather wants to either because she's very goal driven right now. She knows, okay, I just got to do this. I'm going for this. So if you want something bad enough, you're going to go above and beyond. And I think that's the thing is when somebody asks me, I'm like, I'm not normal. I'm going to do it until I get a yes. I'm going to do it until that's just when you want it, you're going to do it. And it doesn't feel like work if you're just pushing yourself to have something like that. So I love that, Heather, that you're out and about, you're getting names, you're growing your network. Host to Boast grows your network too. So, I feel like, do you do scripts? Do you do the ask? I'll do this before we go into and maybe you can just even share
So
that.
I start off with the giveaway post in the beginning of the month, and that usually takes off for me that I can work on it for honestly a week or two. But I do send out a minimum of 30 messages every day, and that goes in the inbox, and it's basically saying the whole, I'm not sure if you're interested, but. And so I feel like most of my host to post and growing my network is coming from an original giveaway post on your Facebook and Instagram. And then also getting in the inbox, you guys. I was always so afraid to get in the inbox. I was like so anti the cold message, but I love I'm not sure if you're interested. You know what I mean? Like there's
Slide in
nothing
that
fake there.
DM.
You
Yep.
slide into the DM with the I'm not sure if you're interested. Do I get left on red a lot? Heck yes, I do. But you can just follow up with them later. You can just say, hey, did you get my last message? Or you unsend it and you send it again in a couple weeks. Like, it doesn't matter. Take the emotion out of it. And I finally learned how to do that too in September. I was like, take the emotion out. If I went to a JOB and they said, you can't clock out until you send these 30 messages, are you going to like cry about it and sit there? Or are you going to send out the 30 messages so you can clock out? Just send the 30 messages.
Mm-hmm. So you got real with yourself on doing that and then with your team and saying, okay, I'm going to help you. So she's doing like, okay, we're going to screen share and do these power work Zooms instead of just being on a Zoom. She gets in or shares her Zoom or shares whoever Zoom she's on. Like she could share mine or whatever, but it's on screen and you're seeing her do the work. So Heather, can you pull up and show us screen share with us your Facebook?
So
well, actually, we should do this. Do you guys want to see what Heather has done to be successful? Drop a 1 in the chat if you want to see her secrets.
Either we're gonna see Heather's secrets or we're gonna pick one of you at random to share your screen.
Ooh, I would love that too.
you guys should see. Yeah, and you guys should see mine right now. I told Joel, I'm like, man, I had to like let people know, can I message you? Can I talk to you in about an hour? I'm getting on ready to do a Zoom. I'm like, I'm going to sign 5 DTs in the next couple of days. I see it because they're ready. And I'm like, hold please while I go and train the girls on the Zoom and here we go. So it is all about messaging.
There's 2 things that I'm like, there are missing puzzle pieces. Number one, if somebody's doing 100 host posts a month and they're not enrolling, where is the missing puzzle piece? Okay. If you're on all the Zooms and you're showing up and you're doing the tasks and you're not enrolling, what is the missing puzzle piece? So what I finally decided, 2 things, you guys, on power hours for me, I started just sharing my screen on my phone during those power hours, because instead of me in management mode telling you what to do and hoping you're doing it, I'm going to spend my hour working my business, doing what I need to do. And I share my screen, and you guys, you can visually see where I'm clicking, how I'm using boards, what I am sending, what post I'm working off of, how I do host to post follow up. So that's one thing I encourage you guys. If you have a team and you feel like they struggle, share your screen on power hours with them. Let them see what you're doing. Then the other thing that I do is one-on-one Zooms. Okay. That used to be just one-on-one Zoom. We just talk. And I give you a list of things to do, and I hope you go do it. Well, I decided to turn them into 15 minutes. I get on one-on-one with you. You don't even talk unless I'm asking you something specific, but I have you share your screen, and I go in your inbox. And number one, that's where I'm seeing you say you send 30 a day, but you sent only 30 last week. And that's okay. I do this with no judgment. I do not care what you haven't been doing. I'm going to focus on what we're going to do. So that's number one. And we look at your inbox and we literally go, okay, now send this. Okay, follow up with this. We go to the host to post follow up. Okay, like this, friend, send this friend request, tell them that you sent, like, it's literally just boom, 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 boom. So I'll kind of show you guys the two ways that I do this. I'm going to share my screen, share content. Oh, make my phone the host.
Yeah,
Where am I? It should just be my face. Oh, it says Boss Babe Leaders. Oh, wait, is that me? I don't know.
let's see. Do you see?
Yes, it says Boss Babe Leaders because we share,
Search.
but it is my face.
Type in Boss Babe Leader and it should pop. There you go.
There you are. Found you. Hold on.
Okay.
Try now.
Okay. All righty, guys.
There we go.
Okay, so one big thing I also realized I wasn't doing is enough follow-up. And when we say fortune is in the follow-up, we are not lying. I will tell you right now, the people that are at the top, the people that are making the most money, the people that are promoting, they are doing way more follow-up than you're doing. And that's really it. So you can do 100 host posts a month, you can do all the things, but unless you're following up with them, it doesn't matter. You just did something for somebody else that now somebody else is going to go sign them up. You know what I mean? So something I've been doing with our team, we do inbox cleanup. And what that is we start our inbox cleanup with the day before. So I always tell people, like, you don't want to start new conversations until you finish the ones you did yesterday. And this has been a huge game changer. So like what inbox cleanup will look like is today is Tuesday. So I go back to the very first message that I sent Monday. Okay. So I'm going here. Let's see. And you'll see some of them actually that I did yesterday. So I got my birthday messages. So we always do the birthday messages. Okay, that's one thing. So you'll see those. You will also see in here, good morning. Would you still like to earn an entry for my giveaway? That's a big, big one that most people don't do. You say that you send out all these messages for host to post, or people don't reply to you. Well, you guys, people read these messages while you're at a stoplight or while you are cooking dinner and then you get distracted. So I always do the good morning. Would you still like to earn an entry for my giveaway? And you'll see some of them in here that they told me no, thank you. And the other messages I send is good morning. Did you still want more info about the business opportunity? But you guys can't do inbox cleanup without your notes, like without your potential list. So, and work your business with intention. That's one thing I realized in September that I wasn't doing is I would do these things, but I didn't have a list. So they just get lost. They get put back into last month and the month before and the month before. So you got to do this with the list. So this person I wrote down, PDT Michelle Vargas, even though she read this and didn't reply, she's going to get a follow-up message in a couple days. So you guys, like, look, good morning. Did you want to get signed up today? So this is the like secret sauce, you guys, that I feel like a lot of people don't do. And when I'm doing the one-on-ones with people, I'm looking and seeing where they left the message and never followed up with a, hey girl, did you get my last message? Hey, did you still want to earn an entry for my giveaway? Hey, did you do that post for me that you said you were going to do? Hey, are you ready to order the cleanse? Because that's the other thing is you'll see on here. Actually, I could probably click on one from now. Let's see. Here's one right here. So talked about the business. Good morning. Did you still want to get signed up today? Good afternoon. Yes, I don't mind signing up. Thank you for being patient. You guys, that's a follow-up message right there. Okay. You can just see, yeah. So anyways, that's kind of what I do with that. And then I'll share a little bit of host to post follow-up with you guys. Some of the things I show. This is the number one thing I feel like my team was not doing. They didn't have a strategy and a system for host to post follow-up. So the number one thing is you always make sure that you save it to your collections. Okay. So here's February. And what I do, you guys, is I click on the first one, and this one didn't have any comments. I always say thank you for posting for me. I also go and friend request any likes that are in there. Okay, she didn't respond yet. And here you can see some of my method here. So for an example, this one, Gloria, thank you. Please add me as a friend. So I'll click on it and oh, she didn't add me as a friend. Nope, she didn't message me. So what I do instead is I add them as a friend and I tell them I sent them a friend request. We have to also remember that we are on our phones way more than other people. So when it's 2 days and we're like, oh my God, it's not working. It's like, no, they probably just didn't check their Facebook, or notifications are weird on Facebook. So sometimes people don't even get the notification. So you got to kind of keep bumping it a little bit. So I sent you a friend request. So little things like that and that's what I dive in with my team. I go, okay, go to your saved collections, click on that one, click on this one, send this message. It has been a total game changer. But yeah,
I love that. I'm looking at this, you guys, and if you can see it, she does a lot having people share giveaway posts to build her network. So that's what I'm seeing. So, if you're ready to really, okay, how do I grow my network? Sometimes you're going to feel like you're doing giveaways. But the great thing about that is they're going to do a giveaway. And if you have a pinned post like mine is Slimming Gummies at the very top of my page, they can see what I'm about because I'm sharing before and after pictures, product, promotions. They're going to see that. So you don't realize the impact that you're having. It may not be exactly that moment, but they're going to start watching. And
so I have a method with mine is there's 30 days in a month usually. So depending on what you're going for, the first 10 days are always giveaway posts. But during that 10 days, if you're not posting things like this on your Facebook, then there's no point in it. Like, you're growing your network for them to see what? Are you growing your network for them to see anything? So I do 10 days of giveaway, and then I do 10 days of distributor opportunity host to post. And then the last 10 days is loyal customer. Now you can switch that up to whatever you're going for, because there's a lot of times that you're going to get your 4-in-1 from posting. So you might want to just keep growing your network. It just depends. But if you are growing your network, you also have to make sure you're engaging with your new people. That's, for an example, I posted this 3 days ago, 48 comments combined with my responses. And then this one I did yesterday, 46 comments. But you know what? If you were to click on these comments, you guys, they're all new people. They are all friends that I've made in the last probably like 6 months. They're not the old ones. So that's, and I signed up 3 loyal customers today. 3, because of this post actually right here. Did they upgrade to 14 Easy? No, but they're not all going to. But hey, I got my 3. So, but what I like to do, and you guys can see my collections, I do a lot of 14 Easy. So this turns it, even though it just talks about the smoothie, I will message them the 14 Easy closing scripts right away. And if they tell me that's out of their price range, then we talk about just the smoothie.
I love that.
Yeah.
You guys,
this is fire.
Yeah. Is this helpful for you guys to see this? I just want to see if this is, yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, I think everybody, is like, what do I do? But just having like a system that works for you, I think is such a key thing. Heather, like you just said, you have a method to your madness. Like, everybody works differently. So my method might not be what works for you. Right. But that doesn't mean that they don't work, that they're not all going to work. You just have to figure out, okay, what is it that you want? And I'm not afraid to talk about product and customers. I know the power of me flipping them to a DT. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm very confident in that. So if you're like, I don't know how to do that, maybe it's just having, before you panic, like getting your team having people help you and going, okay, this is what I've sent. But I think one of the most important things is being real and deciding tonight, like, I want to have success. If Heather could turn it around just like that, and then I can too. And then being like, I want to get with my leader, person that enrolled me, whoever, and going, I need you for 15 minutes and no judgment. And we're going to look at your inbox together, your Facebook, because I think that says a lot. If you were to look at mine, oh my Lord, like last night I was on a mission, you guys, I didn't hit my goal that I wanted. And I cried, I was mad. And because I'm so goal driven, and I'm like, what the frick? I know I can get 2 more. Like, I just was like, I know it. And so I knew all of the work that I put out there is going to be like, I planted so many seeds to have a huge week and month because of all the
so many
work.
seeds that she's talking to 5 people that are going to join.
Yeah. So you don't know, like, that. Can I be frustrated? Yes, you have the right to be like that, but I don't just give up. But it made me also realize, man, I was searching keywords last night. I was searching wraps. I was searching fat fighters. I was searching things that maybe I haven't done in a really long time to see if I could pull them. Because if you were to
she
look,
was searching
like Heather,
products we don't even have anymore.
I should, just to be like, we got so many new products. Oh my gosh, you won't even believe what we have now. But if you go in there, you can see, because we do the ask every day, we do the follow-ups. It's like so filled that I have to scroll. So have a few keywords that you can have. Like if you're like, I need this last minute customer or whatever you need to be able to do that. But I love your method on giveaways. I think every new person or people that just feel like people aren't seeing your stuff, you've got to grow your network, and giveaways is where it's at. And I like how you said that. So if Heather will share with me too, some of her giveaways, I'm sure just I could see like interaction things that people would love to post. So a reminder of just some of those things that I think, oh, I've done that, but oh, I should just bring that back, because obviously it's working for Heather.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? And I feel like so many of us are like, well, I've done that one, I need to do something else. It's like the time one. Tell me what time you're seeing this. Like, that one never gets old. The towel one, I don't know how that's still working. Like, people still love to tell you how they like to fold their freaking towels. It's like they'll comment on it like 20 times just to tell you. They want to give you their opinion. And I did turn the towel one into the giveaway post for other people to do. So you just gotta, it's that rewording a little bit. Like, instead of I am giving away, it's my friend is giving away. Tell us how you fold your towels. Jessica Tejan just said in here, anything food. Yeah, like anything food related. People love telling you about their food. So yeah, just, don't overthink it, you guys. We do that way too much on what's a perfect post. If somebody says this is working for me, just try it and just go with it. And you can't just try it one day. You got to try it for 10 days and see what happens.
You guys, I think Heather gave us such keywords to just take away is intentional. She decided to be intentional. She knew something was off with her mindset, and she got help and wasn't afraid to go to her husband or somebody that could give her that help that she needed, and feel like, okay, I can't beat myself up anymore from the past. I'm going to move forward. And how can I do that? I'm ready. I know that people have success here. You can too. And there's no reason that you shouldn't be. And I'm so grateful for the 4-in-1s, because you guys, it doesn't matter. Of course, we want you to rank up, and we want you to see those promotions and get to diamond and above, but being able to bring in $4,000, $8,000, $20,000, whatever that is, you can have that at a distributor rank. And I think that's so important it kind of builds that confidence back up. Like, I can do it, and celebrate those wins of customers. If you've got a customer, you can enroll a distributor. If you're growing your network, that's a win. So making sure that you do that. Is Scotty on here? Is he able to talk, or is he coaching? I think we need to hear for a little bit from him, if he can share. Let me see if Joel can find him on what's his name on there. Can you say
Scott Juneau?
Just put.
Yeah, I just got
I
to
was
get. I
just
found him.
okay.
Just let me get there. Hold on.
He's doing it the long way, like scrolling. I'm like, just type his name. Scott, are you on?
Can you unmute, babe?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, so your wife's amazing. We're so glad she's on fire. I know you are too, but on the outside, what did you see that kind of helped your wife kind of change the way she was doing things? Did you see something?
Honestly, for her, it was like the biggest thing I would say is it was her mindset. Like she was so driven at the beginning, and then all of a sudden she just hit speed bump after speed bump after speed bump. And she never let it get her down, but at the same time, it slowed her down. And I could see it like changing her pace, changing like kind of the way she wanted to work her business. And then she got to the point she was like, I don't know if I want to work the business anymore. So I never want to quit. She goes, but at the same time, I just don't know if I have it in me again. And it was me, my daughter, our son, like we all sat down where they're like, look, like they don't know anything different than you doing it works. I was like, so I was like, just give it one more go. Like all you got. And if it works, it works. I was like, put it in God's hands, see what happens, and we'll run. And then all of a sudden the Form 1 launched. And all of a sudden it was literally like a light switch. Light switch went off, and it was like Heather of like 9 years ago, to where it was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna run with this. I don't know what's going on. She was just ignorance on fire. It was just like, she goes, you know what, I'm just gonna start signing people up, and whatever happens happens. I was like, all right, cool, sounds good, babe. Like, do you, like, I'll do it. I'll make sure everything else is taken care of. Like, I got the kids, I got this. Like, you Zoom, do what you got to do, and drag anybody you want with you. And she did, and it was amazing. And then all of a sudden she was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna get this bonus. I'm like, awesome, Christmas cash, yay. And all of a sudden she goes, I think I got two. I was like, no way. She's like, yeah, I think I got two. I was like, oh god, yay. And she goes, oh my god, I got three. I was like, oh my god.
We're gonna be rich.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And it was so simple. Like, she kept it simple. It wasn't like she was trying to reinvent anything. It was literally like, hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to do this? And it was all about the number of people she started to talk to. And it was all about the power of numbers, and then she figured that out. And then from there, it just took off. And then all of a sudden now her mindset changed. Now everything she's doing it's like she's still doing the same things, but with a different mindset. She now knows, has an idea.
And that energy is contagious, you guys. Like,
oh my gosh,
it's just exciting when like I said, celebrate those wins, because that starts to show like, oh my gosh, I did this today. And people want to cheer you on. I think more than ever, people want to have that, like, being loud and putting yourself out there and asking for people to cheer you on. They will. Like, I think that's so important. But I have another question, Scott.
Shoot.
Do you think that anybody can have success with this business?
Oh, absolutely. The thing about this business is it's not hard. It is literally just you asking people if they want to try something. Heather says it the best. She goes, we promote Starbucks, Dutch Bros, a coffee company, whatever, all the time. Like, oh my gosh, look at my drink. Look at my drink. How hard is it to be like, hey, look, guys, look, I could do this in 14 days. Or, hey, look, I have this product. It's the same thing. Like, you're literally just cross-marketing different products. If you just, like, coffee is the easiest thing to promote and the easiest thing to talk about. Like, hey, look, I'm drinking a cup of coffee. Everybody's like, all right, cool. What is that? What is Skinny Brew? Like, I wear my jacket all the time. They're like, oh, Skinny Brew. I'm like, yeah. They're like, what is it? I'm like, oh, it's a skinny coffee. Like, we need to talk about the skinny coffee real quick. Here, you want to see my results? Here's 14 days and this skinny coffee.
And you guys, he's such a big guy. Like, you think looking at the screen right now, he looks like he's just a regular size. He is gigantic. So for him to talk about skinny brew or skinny coffee cracks me up, really. Like, I love that. But you guys, he's making it sound so simple. Don't they make it sound like it's a breath of fresh air? It's refreshing. It's people want to see you win, and there's no reason that we shouldn't. So I love that.
Steph, real quick too, I need to make sure he gets credit for this. he does host to post too. And I'm not gonna lie, like at first, you guys, I had this good idea of everybody grab your spouse's phone, do a giveaway host to post on your spouse's phone, and then take your spouse's phone back and message them. Well, all of a sudden, I'm hearing Venmo. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, hold on, that's supposed to be my money. And he's like, oh no, I'm messaging. I'm like, how? He goes, boards. I'm like, you have boards too? You guys, he literally we were competing with each other. And in one weekend, I made $240 in sample cash and he made $250. Literally. And he was just using boards, guys. Like, if that
Scotty for
doesn't
the
tell you
win.
anybody can do
Anytime
this.
I got stuck, I look at Heather like, hey, which one do I use? She goes, this one. I'm like, all right, cool. Thanks. So what are you doing? I was like, don't worry, I'll tell you in a minute.
And then I'd hear his cha-ching going off. I'm like, oh man, that
I love
backfired
it.
on me.
You guys, that's $500 extra in a weekend in just cash. Like there is so much money up for you. And I think, okay, we've got our mindset right. Heather came in, is like, and I love her. She is special, but she's like, I'm no one special. Like, I think, that's what I love about our It Works leaders is we're all so humble about it, right? All of you are so kind and so willing. And I love that about all of us. And we're just like, well, we just do these things. Like it is what it is. We're not anybody any different. We have just decided to be intentional, to do the work, to go, I'm going to ask to grow my network. Hey, I'd love to have you, be part of what I'm doing. Or have you ever heard of this new smoothie that we have that helps with weight loss? It's a 14-day easy. I think just even using the word 14-day easy has got people going, what is that? What is 14-day easy? First, I was a little bit like, I don't know if I like that because it sounds easy, but
What's
people
easy,
want
yeah.
to, but people want to hear that because it's easy. And then it's like, well, yeah, we want you to have some success. You're going to love the product. You're going to have the results and you're going to stay on as a customer longer because you love that.
Yeah, that was like Cheyenne today. She posted about her results and she said, she's doing 75 hard. And I was like, yeah, that's like 5.375 14-day easies. You're killing it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I think, is there any, last minute, like, I don't want to say tips. I think just, statements or like, this was something that really helped me kind of move forward. I think we already have all the answers. You guys know there's the cash boards app. I love that you said Scott has that on his phone. So don't be afraid, you guys. If you don't even understand what those are, go into the team pages and ask and play around and learn the things while you're doing it. But anything else, Scott or Heather, that you have?
Do you have anything, babe, other than I'll be there in about 20 minutes for the football parent meeting? Don't you worry.
No,
Save
yeah,
me a seat.
I know, right? No, honestly, like with this business, it is as simple as you want to make it, and it's as complicated as you want to make it. So, in anything in life, like the easier you make things, the easier they're going to be. But the more your mind gets in the way and your brain stops you from doing something, it's going to prevent you from doing something. Same thing on any coaching aspect that I do. Like your brain and your mind will constantly get in the way. Just do it. The worst thing that can happen is someone says no, or someone says, no, I'm okay for right now. Did you die? No, like you're good. So send the message, close your eyes, hit the send button, have someone else, have your spouse do it, have your kid do it. Like, hey, I typed it out here, hit this button for me real quick. Like if you can't physically do it, then have someone else physically push that button for you. Other than that, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
I love it. Heather, you have anything?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, there's so many Zooms, you guys. There's so many boards. Okay, that's, I feel like for me, I spent a long time going, let me take her tip and 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 her tip. And it was too much. It's like a confused mind says no. And if you guys are trying to do all the things, okay, you need to figure out what's working for you, especially with the boards. Find out which boards are working for you and create your own and leave it alone. Okay. Same thing with all the Zooms and the YouTubes and all the things, you guys. Know what your strength is. You guys know right now, you know what your strength is. So strengthen that strength. Okay. Figure out the other stuff later. Set aside 10-15 minutes a day to learn some TikToks, Reels, whatever. But spend that hour or that 2 hours that you have for your business and work your strengths and figure that out. And then lastly, definitely get with your upline or someone who it mentors you, and ask them for that one-on-one, have them get in your inbox. And then I challenge you guys to do the same with your downline. Tell them that you want to schedule that one-on-one 15 minutes and just help them in their inbox. And I guarantee you guys that's the missing puzzle piece for sure.
Yeah, I love that. Scott, thanks for taking time out. I know you're busy with the kiddos and all the
Always,
sports
always.
and Heather, same thing. I'll let you run so you can go. I know I kept you a little bit longer
It's
and I
okay.
appreciate that so dang much. And I know this group of girls are just so
Anytime,
appreciative because
anytime.
um
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's just it's refreshing. It's exciting to see that it doesn't matter if you're new or if you've been in 9 years, that you can go out and crush it because you get to decide that. And that's really what we want. Thank you for making it not complicated, just getting in, doing your strength, just letting go of that fear and making that happen and just focusing on the 4-1 and doing that. But we love you guys. We're going to have Joel close it off in prayer, and then we're going to see you again next week. And anytime you guys ever need anything, always ask me and Joel, we will share. I'm just grateful I could ask them to be on a Zoom and not me give some tips. Like it's kind of a fun thing to be able to do that. So
Yes, thank you.
We'll close it out.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this amazing group of leaders. Thank you for the amazing information and the wisdom that you imparted through this conversation. God, just ask that people would take this information, apply it this week, and that they would go out and change people's lives. And in that would change their lives, God. We ask that you would bless everybody with overflowing abundance so that they can go out and give back to their communities and change the world around them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.